Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts and everything happening in nerd culture. How are you guys doing? Another week? I don't know what I was going to say.
Another week in the books, you know. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Another Secret Invasion episode dropped. I hope you guys watched it.
I did.
Oh,
I watched it literally right before this because I forgot to watch it this week. I was like, oh shit, I gotta watch Secret Invasion. So I just watched it. So it's fresh in my mind. Fresh.
Nice.
What have you guys been up to? What are some nerdy things?
I'll go last this time. I have my BlerdCon recap to give you guys.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
Okay.
I'll go. Do you want me to go first? Because I have,
ahead,
again, it's been a bleak, nerdy week for Shannon. What did I do? I watched Secret Invasion. I picked up my Steam Deck for 2 seconds to play Zelda, but I didn't actually play it because I decided to watch something instead. So I put it down. Have not played Zelda in the last 2 weeks, but I'm gonna pick it up today because I really want to finish it. I don't want the momentum to die out. I'm so close to being done. All I have to do is like go beacon and I beat all 4 of the divine beasts. So I'm so close. So close. So I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna try to finish it maybe this week, hopefully. But I was off this last week, so I definitely could have done it this last week, but I didn't do it.
Nice. Hope you're feeling refreshed.
I am. I went to the spa on Friday. It was great. It was great.
Nice.
So not a ton of nerdy things on my end. Sorry, guys. Next week I'll be better, I swear.
We'll hold you to it.
Jaja, what did you do?
What did I do? So I've been playing some Xbox, and I actually have been playing the original versions to games that have sequels out. And
Okay.
these games, I think the original is better, and I'm gonna list them off. Destiny 1 is better than Destiny 2. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Okay.
Ghost Recon Wildlands is better than Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I'm sorry. And what's the third one that I'm playing? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. It was just in my head. But I also rewatched Into the Spider-Verse. I got a hot take on that when we get to that topic.
Okay. Ooh, hot take. Do you not like it anymore?
You want me to say it now? We can wait till we talk about Spider-Man.
No. Let's wait. And now oh god, Jaja. Okay.
The third game, The Division 1 is better than The Division 2. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
These are probably all unpopular opinions.
Yes, most likely. So I've been playing those 3 games and just going back to the first version and just, I don't know, everything. It's the sequels to all 3 of those games. Like they added a whole bunch of stuff like the Division 2 and Destiny 2. There's a lot of microtransactions, and then they just changed a lot of stuff in WoW and Ghost Recon that was, I don't know, it makes it less fun. But not to deep dive. I don't know if you guys have played any of those 3 games.
Unfortunately. Are those all Xbox games?
Well, Destiny's on PlayStation.
I feel like I played Destiny briefly, but I turned it off because, as you guys know, I'm not good at shooting games. So.
And Division and Ghost Recon are Ubisoft, so I would imagine they're on PlayStation, but I don't know.
Any game where a gun is the main weapon, I'm not playing it because I'm not good at it. So, I tried.
That's pretty funny.
But no.
So yeah, besides that, Secret Invasion, I rewatched the first Spider-Verse movie with Miles Morales, and yeah, that was my nerdy week.
Jaja, can I just say before we move on to James, your MCU ranking on TikTok got a few comments, and a lot of people are outraged that Thor Ragnarok is so low on your ranking. Just want to throw that out there.
I didn't see that.
Someone said
Tune into the pod to hear my deep dive on it, guys.
Thor Ragnarok's too low and Quantumania is too high. I agree with this person. And somebody agreed with my take on Spider-Man No Way Home. So like that.
Nice.
The
Listen,
TikTok...
as long as they watching the takes, they can have whatever opinion about my take they want.
The TikTok algorithm is weird though, because Jaja's got a few comments, but I haven't gotten a lot of comments on James's yet, or as many views.
I think people just silently agree.
I think I think because the TikTok is
There's nothing
is
negative to say, so there's no engagement. You know how they love
Yeah.
the negative stuff, man.
I think it's because the TikToks are so like those particular TikToks are so long. They're like 5 minutes. I don't think they're getting bumped up in the algorithm really as much. So hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see by next week if we have a lot of traction on.
While we're on our social media profile,
Mhm.
I watched actually that video on Instagram though, not on TikTok.
Yours?
Yeah, of my take, yeah.
Yeah,
And I just went back and I was watching the clips that you put up. Instagram is taking off our audio. I don't know why.
it
Shame on you,
is.
Instagram. Yeah, a lot of our past clips, the audio is not available. So it's just
Why?
subtitles there. So Instagram, I don't know if we did put a song on there that's like copyrighted or something, but
I never put
yeah.
music on our TikToks. That's very weird. Now I have to. Or
Not TikToks,
oh,
Instagram.
okay. Well, now I have
There's
to.
music playing on the background of some of them.
Oh, those are the ones that Mel edited when she was doing our social media. So maybe that is why. Oh, Instagram sucks.
Yeah, our
Dang. Come on,
Spider-Verse take
Zuckerberg.
got like 1,600 views. I was like, oh snap, people are watching this. But then the audio is not available now, so I
Really?
couldn't even rewatch it to see what we said. I would have to read the subtitles. The subtitles are there.
All right. Now I have to go back
But
and look because that
yeah.
that sucks. Okay, that's not good. Shame on you, social media.
They're doing this
Also,
dirty.
like,
But yeah,
warm-
my tier list is in the works. So I did say on the podcast if they watched that I probably should bring Quantumania down along with the Hulk and bring Captain Marvel up. And I still stand by that. That's my latest thoughts on that. Stand by everything else.
I haven't posted mine yet, so next week I'll come back and I'll like go over everyone's to see if we got any traction and like what the people are saying about. And also send us your tier list, people. Send it to us.
And then we still got to do the shows.
Yeah, we have to do shows.
And I wish Spider-Verse was on that tier list to rank because they both need to be ranked in there.
No, it's technically not the MCU. Maybe there's a Sony movie ranking, but then the Spider-Verse movies will be at the top and everything else will be at the bottom.
The good Sony movies I'm claiming is MCU, just letting you know.
Okay. Okay. James, tell us about your nerdy week now. We're very interested to hear how BlerdCon went.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had a pretty nerdy week. So still playing Zelda, of course. I ordered an SSD for my PS5, 2 terabyte. There was like a crazy sale. I don't know why, but so it was like half the price. So I got a new SSD for my PS5. So I'm going to install that a little bit later. Actually, my friends, they did the tier list, the MCU tier lists. I asked them if they wanted to come up here. Yeah. So they dropped them in our Discord. So I'll see if any of them want to come up here and state their cases.
Yes. Do they want to? Yes. Have them come on the podcast.
That would be dope.
And we will debate it. Also, do any of your friends want to get in on this multiverse debate that we're trying to set up?
Oh yeah, I'll ask them about that one too.
Yeah, I would love to like have guests on here to debate who did the multiverse the best.
Gotcha. So. Yeah, I'll bring it up to them. But they seem open to coming on.
Before you go out real quick, you know what's so funny to me? Like when I imagine James and when he talks about his friends, I just think of RCD World and like that.
I wish. We do have some heated debates about pretty much everything. At one point, we had to stop talking about music altogether because it seemed like friendships were going to end. People just started taking things very, very personally. So,
all right. Well,
yeah,
James...
we'll see if they can come and do their MCU tier lists and even a multiverse debate.
Yes, James. Since you have all the connections to the cool people, James. So if they don't want to come on to debate multiverse, then I need you to ask Plus Ultra if they want to come on and debate multiverse. We need some guests to come on and debate the multiverse. It's going to be a big thing.
Yeah, I'll have some guests down.
Yes. All right. Cool. All right.
Also, so I watched Kizazimoto. We're going to be covering that a little bit later. Well, I just watched the first episode, so I didn't watch the entire thing. But actually, I really like that.
Okay. I didn't watch it yet.
We'll dive into a little bit more about what that's all about.
Okay. I didn't watch it yet because I didn't realize it was out until it was too late for me to be able to fit it in to watch it before this podcast. But I'm definitely going to watch it this week, and I will be prepared to give my thoughts on it next week.
Gotcha. Yes, it's like short episodes. So, the first one I think was like 15 minutes or so.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 of them. So it'll be a quick binge if you do want to binge it, but I do want to take a little bit of time with it. But I also watched My Adventures with Superman. I didn't know about that until Shannon had posted it. And she was like, "You guys gonna watch this?"
Failed. I forgot to watch it too.
Man, that show is really good. So I seen the first 2 episodes. I think a third one is out now.
Okay.
But yeah, so far it's really good. It's like a coming of age story for Superman. So instead of him being like already a superhero, I think he's in college or like college aged.
Mhm.
But he has his first job at where he works at now. And then he's kind of like still discovering his powers and still figuring out like, am I even going to be a hero? Because he's at this point, he's just a regular dude that has powers that he's kind of keeping hidden. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really good, and it has anime style animation. So I don't know if people will call it an anime or not, but yeah.
I definitely need to watch it. There's so many things that are out right now that I was trying to catch up with. I completely forgot about the nerdy things I was supposed to watch. So like I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't watch it for this podcast. But I will definitely have been caught up with that too, because I'm gonna watch it like after this. So I'll be caught up by next week to talk about it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it does look good. The trailer looks good. And I don't know if you can call something an anime. This is kind of a debate. Can you call something an anime if it wasn't created by, I don't know, by Japanese people?
Japan?
Yeah, in Japan. In Japan.
I think that's a fair one, because there's an actual DC anime coming out, Harley Quinn and the Joker. Like they have a proper anime coming out. Did you guys see that trailer?
Yeah, I saw that trailer. It looks really good.
But that's a good debate. I think what makes something anime, you know, just because like, is it Japanese based or
like just because you use the art style, does that classify it as an anime? If it's not, I'm gonna look that up. It's an interesting,
because animes come in a very wide variety of art styles. Like look at Ranking of Kings. That's like just a regular cartoon. That would make any cartoon an anime. I feel like.
What makes something an anime?
All right. Like Invincible and like Legend of Vox Machina on Amazon, like are those animes?
I think since those are based on US, well, Invincible at least based on a US based comic, I wouldn't count that one as an anime. Yeah, that's like a DC hero show to me.
What about Rick and Morty?
No,
definitely not.
That's a cartoon.
Morty's at Anime NYC, Shannon. It has its own section.
Yes, I know, but Rick and Morty is not an anime though. It definitely is not.
Okay. All right. No problem. Tell the anime community that.
Jujutsu Kaisen started this week, so I watched that first episode.
Oh fuck, it did? Oh my god, I have so many things I'm behind on. Man.
And Bleach came out this week. I didn't see that one yet because
Bleach I'm not even gonna bother with because I never finished watching the original Bleach. So.
Oh man.
I know.
Yeah, Bleach is back. Jujutsu Kaisen is back. Summer anime season has kicked off.
All right, I gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm very behind. I'm so sorry, everyone. So many things I have to watch this week on the train on my way to work. Okay, cool.
And con season is here. So I started off with BlerdCon. BlerdCon was this past weekend. It's actually still going on today. So today's Sunday, but I might go back up there. I might not. I bought the things I want to buy. I've seen the things I want to see. I didn't see what panels were going on today, but I'll check after this and see. It's a probably like 30-40 minutes away from my house. So
Sundays at cons are the worst days. I don't know.
Yeah, usually pretty dry.
Yeah.
Sunday at cons are where you get the deals. Like that's where the deals
are. They're gonna have some sales. I might go. Yeah, but actually this thing behind me here, this so this is new. I just got this at BlerdCon. So it's Obelisk the Tormentor. I think I should zoom in for you guys. Hold on. So it's
nice.
Yeah, it's like a plexiglass. So it's actually kind of heavy. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. But I just put it up there with some thumbtacks. So if it falls, excuse me. Yeah. We'll just pretend it didn't happen. Oh, my camera's not. Oh, I'll just be angled up high now. But yeah, so I bought that. I bought some shirts, JoJo shirts, of course. But yeah, it was good. It was a good time. I cosplayed. I did a Psyche K on Friday. And then Saturday I did my Giorno Giovanna one again.
Nice.
Which was a hit. So there was a panel on ethnic hair it's called Kinks and Curls, ethnic hair in the cosplay community. So the person that was hosting the panel, she reached out to me on Twitter and she was like, hey, can I feature your picture in my slideshow for my panel? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come to the panel too. I got to the panel and it was already filled, so I couldn't even get in there.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I didn't actually get to see it. But yeah, people were coming around because they like to cosplay, but people were seeing, they're like, hey, I saw you on the panel. You know, you did a great job of incorporating a do-rag into your cosplay. So that was pretty cool. And then my Psyche K, I had a do-rag on with that one as well.
That's cool. Look at you, James, representing.
Yeah, and people were like recognizing me from online. So that's something I'm still getting used to. People approaching me like, hey, you're such and such from, because my Twitter name, I change it pretty frequently. Well, the actual @ name, it stays the same, but like my name that says whatever your name.
Yeah.
So yeah, some people just be like, aren't you @ so-and-so on Instagram or Twitter. Yeah, and then I met some people. They said they seen my Karama cosplay that I posted on TikTok. They're like,
Nice.
yeah, this one I seen it reposted at least 4 or 5 times. That one I posted on TikTok, but I didn't know it got as many views. So like someone had posted it in one of these I think it's like a Facebook group or something like that. And they showed me and there was like millions of views in there. And I was like, they didn't even credit me at all. So not that I need
James,
the credit, but it
you're
was dope to
famous,
see.
man. You're famous. That's
I don't know
awesome.
about all that. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But there are like people that I meet and they're like, hey, can we grab a picture even outside of cosplay? So they do think I'm some special person, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe they just think I'm cool. The one thing I do will say though is people should stop being awkward in person. It's making me feel awkward now. Like so I had on cosplay, like some people, I mean, they'll shoot their shots, of course, guys, girls, and non-binary people. That's not too awkward. But like when they're like trying to be like, hey, let's be like cool friends, and then out of nowhere shoot a shot. I'm like, all right, this is not what I signed up for. But yeah, my Psyche K cosplay, he has those like antenna ball things. So then of course someone was like, hey, can I touch your balls? And I'm like, all right, you're doing a little bit much. Let's back up here.
Yep. Comes
No,
with the
don't be
territory.
weird. Come on, people. Don't be weird.
Let's not be weird towards people.
No.
But yeah, it was a good time. I took a lot of pictures. The cosplay contest, that one was full. I got distracted and then I didn't make it in there on time, but that was full. But the winner was surprise, a JoJo character again. So it was this time it was a stand, so not a human, but yeah, the White Snake from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean. So he's like the main villain stand, the CD discs guy. But yeah, he won. It was like a handmade cosplay. Another notable cosplay I saw in there was a Charizard. It looked kind of like a Digimon style Charizard, so like a humanoid form. That one she did a really good job. And then I think second place or best in show was someone came as Ariel. So that one was a really good cosplay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's also dope to see that BlerdCon is growing. I think they've outgrown the space that it's being held in. Because it's been in the same space for years now. So I think it's time to upgrade
Where
the
is it
space.
usually? Is it at a hotel or is that at a convention center?
Yeah, it's like a hotel event space.
Got it.
So actually spans most of the hotel. So probably like 3 floors of the hotel because there's conference rooms upstairs and downstairs. So navigating gets a little rough. You're like, wait, where's this conference room? Is it 3rd floor, 2nd floor, basement?
Okay.
Yeah, and it was mad hot in there. That's probably my biggest takeaway. Somebody had needed to cut the AC on. I was about to do it myself if I could find the switch for it. It was so hot in there. Oh my goodness. And then my cosplays didn't help because they're both like long sleeves and pants. So I mean it was hot outside, but I didn't expect it to be hot in the con.
We're getting record-breaking heat right now for the world. So
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hot in New York. It's crazy. I don't like going outside.
The average temperature of the earth was breaking records, and they expected to break more records this summer.
Oh, good. The earth's heating up. Sounds like a perfect time for. Sounds like the premise of. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, well, shout out to BlerdCon though. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to DreamCon later this month, so that is.
Is that the one that in
like 2-3 weeks? It's in Austin, Texas, so it's going to be even hotter.
That's oh yeah, in Texas, I heard that they're struggling over there with the heat.
Oh that's crazy. So that's the con RDC World puts on. So that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I definitely gotta make sure I have some July. I want to say 27th through 29th.
Okay.
Yep. So the last weekend of July. So I'll be out there. I may miss recording. Actually, I could try to record from there if I have decent Wi-Fi where I am.
Okay. Let us know.
Yeah, but those
are. If you see Mark out there, tell him we want him on the pod.
Yes. Oh, maybe they've seen your cosplay and maybe they'll recognize you. And if they do, you should tell him to come on here.
Oh yeah, I was on the DreamCon website. Actually, they posted me on their story. Sometime
did they?
Yeah.
James, you should reach out to them.
It was a picture of me. It wasn't like shout out to our boy, James. But
you should reach out to them, James. Reach out.
For sure. We'll do.
Like, not only am I a famous cosplayer, I'm also a co-host of a very good podcast.
I'll invite them all.
One of the original ones before making a podcast became viral.
Right. Before the oversaturation of the podcast market, here we were.
Some OGs at this.
Just looking for that boost by having somebody famous post us. Looking for that boost in listeners. James, not saying the fate of the podcast rests with you, but it kind of does.
I'll be one of those TikTok guys with a microphone trying to get interviews from everybody for our TikTok. So I need to order one of those.
That'd be fun. You should. Not trying to give you more work or anything, but if you can. Anyway, what else? What else about BlerdCon? Was that it? Or
Yeah. Oh, I went to the comedy show. That was a lot of fun.
it was a comedy show at BlerdCon? Oh, nice.
Yeah. So they have a comedy show every year. This year they put it into the big ballroom because usually it's in just a small panel room. But so they got a comedy show a lot bigger now. So there are more comics. They do a blend of like nerdy jokes as well as just regular jokes. So yeah, there were some good. I mean, some
That's
people were
cool.
bombing, of course. No one got booed off stage, but like you could see people getting up and leaving. But yeah,
Oh
they had some
no,
funny
comedy
comics.
shows give me anxiety actually because I feel secondhand embarrassment for people if they're not funny. So I don't actually like
Same.
comedy shows for that reason.
Yeah, I actually love stand-up comedy. I was just watching some earlier this week, some comics. I just logged into Max and just booted up a random one. But yeah, I watch stand-ups all the time. So comedy shows are my thing.
Mm.
I don't think I have any
It's
other
not
things.
not
Just
like a
talk
good
about.
stand-up.
Yeah, good stand-up. No, I said I don't think I have any other
Do you even watch the
highlights from
big
BlerdCon.
ones, Shannon, like Dave Chappelle and Chris
Well,
Rock and them?
the big ones, yes, because those are famous like comedians. But like amateur comedy stand up, like that's when I get secondhand anxiety because like just these people that are trying to become like established comedians, it gives me
My
anxiety to watch them because I'm like,
my
like if it's
my
not funny, then I feel
Instagram my Instagram will randomly give me like clips of like random people that I've never seen before doing like the low like one joke.
Mhm.
And some of them are pretty funny, and that's probably how we
Yeah,
get more views and listeners. And you look them up, find their special and watch it.
yeah, for
Like
sure.
find out
No,
where they're at.
yeah, no. Like not saying that people aren't funny. Like people are funny, but then sometimes people aren't funny. You know,
And
it's all
comedy
good.
shows I feel like is a good date. Like that's one of the A1 dates. If we got a tier like different type of dates,
Is it?
comedy show always is good.
I guess so.
Unless you're sitting front row and the comedian starts joking on you and the girl, then
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
or the person.
I've seen
Then
that
it,
happen at a comedy show.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Then you got to have a good. It depends on how you react, how the rest of the night's gonna go.
It's very true. It's very true. All right, James, anything else in your nerdy things?
Nah, nothing else nerdy from me.
Oh,
Ready to
I
get into this
just
pod episode.
All
my
right.
bad. I just had a flashback that did happen to me, and I ended up taking pictures with the comedian after the show with my
Nice. Nice.
partner at the time. So
It can be fun, but it also can be a bit much. All right, let's get into some news for this podcast. Jaja, I'm gonna kick it off to you to talk about all the great things going on in Xbox land.
The pressure. I'm gonna start looking up the Sony deals and Nintendo deals because I hate just feeling biased to just talk about Xbox deals. But I was on the Xbox Marketplace this month, and it's Anime Month for all the anime fans out there. There are some crazy deals on here, talking about 80% off of like complete collections, like the Naruto complete series. I think they got about 200 episodes on here. The standard price is $657. You can get it right now for 60. I think that's
Can I
kind of
That is a
stupid.
steal. That is
can I just
robbery.
say that $667 is a lot of money? Like that's a ridiculous price for the complete set of
Yeah.
Naruto. That's
Right.
so much
Like,
money.
I don't know if they're just adding up the separate price of each season because, if you're buying it wholesale, it should be cheaper than buying each season separate. So I don't know how they calculated that. They're probably, making it a bigger deal than it is. But the Bleach English Complete Series, $519. They say it's slashed to 100. So anybody who wants to catch up on that and has Xbox, the one that I found interesting is Speed Racers on there, the Complete Series, and that's supposed to be a $27 price tag, and it's slashed down to $5. So I
That's
can go
really
on for
nice.
days because there is like tons and tons of animes on here. They got the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. They got Hunter x Hunter movies, One Piece movies for $5. So yeah, it's check out the anime month that's happening on Xbox Store. Only one thing I have a question with, like I want to go crazy and buy all this stuff, all of it. I want to buy all of it, but how do I know my Xbox profile is gonna last forever? Like, I want to be able to
Oh,
use this in 10
true.
years. Like, if they just shut
Yeah.
down Xbox Live, like,
True.
Does everything on my gamer profile go down? Like, I know I can still log in. You can still go online on the 360, but I don't think you can go online the traditional way on the Xbox One. I think people found like hacks and stuff around it, but they shut down those servers, the Microsoft servers. 360, I think, is still going, even though there's no support, so like it crashes and stuff. But I've seen people play that recently. I'm just worried that in 15 years I won't be able to use this stuff. Everything I bought, all my games, like
It's a very good
Maybe you
point.
can save physical copies or save a copy
You-
to like your own personal device, rather.
right. I mean, physical copy is different, but I'm just talking about all the digital stuff like that we buy, digital movies, all my games that that aren't physical. Like, how do I know those are gonna last the test of time?
Yeah,
That's a
you
good
might
point.
gotta save you a copy.
Yeah, that's a
But
good point.
I
Maybe if you
mean,
buy the
on the other
shows.
hand,
Hmm.
they are the modding community is freaking insane right now. Like they modded all the current platforms. You can play Elden Ring to PS5 games. They got Xbox One, Xbox X and S modded already. Like it's crazy. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's that.
I was about to say maybe if you download, can you download, like if you bought this whole series of Naruto, can you download it? I wonder. Then it'll be yours if you download hard download
I
it to your device.
know, I
Yeah, I
know it
just looked it
should
up.
be
It says you can
available.
download it.
Oh look,
Yeah,
there you go.
it should be available offline, but like if I put it the hard drive that I have to the Xbox, you have to format it a certain way. Like I can't just plug it into my computer.
Oh,
So
got
it's
it.
gonna be like an Xbox file, I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Okay.
Does it say
Interesting.
Yeah.
anything about being able to be?
Yeah, you can log into your Microsoft profile on your PC and just download it to your PC instead of having
Oh,
to save it to your game. So
there you go. But also, who has space for that? I don't know.
Okay, that changes things a little
yeah, I
bit.
might actually buy some of these now.
So it's gonna be attached to my email, whatever email that I use for my profile. All my
Yeah.
stuff.
And then if you save it, then it's just attached to wherever you saved it.
I gotta research that because I was wondering that. Like what? Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of deals over here for anime fans. It's kind of crazy. So
It's going on the whole month of July, guys. Make sure to
mhm.
get you snag some deals on some stuff.
And
I don't know.
also, just real quick on the marketplace, I sent 2 pictures to the chat. I don't know if y'all saw it, but they're starting. I don't know when this started, but they're starting to give like personalized deals for people. Like I'm on my Xbox Live Store, and I have a special offer for Madden NFL 24, the deluxe edition that hasn't even come out yet. It's $10 off. They're giving me Jedi Survivor. They want to give me for 67 instead of 89. So, and then it has in pink just for you, like real highlighted. So, I don't know if everyone's getting the same deals or everyone's getting different
I'm sure
deals, or
they
some
are.
people are getting deals and no,
They,
some people aren't. I
they
don't
can't
know,
do. They
but
can't do that.
they just gassed me by putting that little just for you underneath me. I was like,
It
Sound like
might
mission
just.
complete.
just for me? Thank
They
you,
might.
Microsoft.
The sale's not just for you.
Awful.
That would be crazy. They're just displaying the game on your homepage as just for you because it's guessing that you would like it based on the things that you've played
Yeah,
already.
but that's what I'm. If oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. That's what that is.
Like it's just highlighting these deals because it thinks I would like these games,
Yes.
and it's just
Yes.
it's deals that are already there that they're highlighting for
Yes.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Anyway, it's a nice touch. I like it. It worked. It gassed me up. I thought they were doing something for me, but and 2 games that I would buy. So it's a pretty good idea.
I know you were talking about modding on games earlier. Speaking of mods, mods can be fun, but they can also be harmful to the voice acting community, which is something that's going on right now. Anger from voice actors for not safe for work mods are using AI deepfakes to basically mimic their voices. And there's outrage about this because, of course, like everyone knows, like there's with mods, there's a whole bunch of like pornographic mods and like weird mods and things like that. And what's happening now is that AI is basically taking the voices of these actors to use for these mods. And one, they're not getting paid for it, and two, it's kind of weird also if you didn't consent to doing something like that. So that's kind of what's happening right now in the voice hacking community with these mods.
Wait, so they're using like different people's voices to say inappropriate things?
Yeah, because like on the not
in the
safe
video game?
on the not safe for work mods, yes.
Got it.
Yeah. And this one is about Skyrim specifically. Skyrim has a bunch of like weird, like pornographic, like sex mods and stuff like that. And like the original voice actors who like play the characters, AI is basically taking their voices to use for these mods. So I mean, it's weird. It is weird. So I would completely understand the anger in this. And even regular mods, if they're taking their voices and using it for that too, like that's still their voice rights that they're taking, and they're not getting paid for that either. So I completely understand that. So I guess it's the downside of mods. They're fun, but they also could be harmful to the people who work hard.
Downsides of AI in general.
Yeah. More ways that AI is harming working people. Both.
We were talking about the art and the paintings and stuff. Like every time I see the Secret Invasion intro, I cringe. I skip through it.
I skip it every time.
It's so bad. It gets worse every time I see it.
I'm surprised that they like, I don't know. AI is completely ruining a bunch of things. This is just a latest stop on the AI terrors of the world. So, but also it's weird. Yeah. It's weird. Like
that was a smooth transition, by the way, Shannon.
Oh, was it? Thank you. You know, I tried.
It was so smooth. We almost didn't even notice what was going on.
Well, guys, don't count on that being a regular thing. It just happened. That I thought Jaja was trying to throw to it when he started mentioning mods, and I thought I interrupted him.
Absolutely not. You did that. You did that.
Well, thanks, guys. I'll try to get better at it and keep doing it. But we'll see. But yeah, I have mods on my Breath of the Wild game on my Steam Deck. But unfortunately, like no one's talking like in the mods because like Link doesn't talk anyway. So the Link, that like I don't have those problems on my mods. But yeah, I could see why this is a problem for other kinds of mods on other games. So boo AI, boo deepfakes.
Yeah, we're gonna need some set of rules or something on how to.
Have you guys seen?
Yeah, seriously.
Have you guys seen any of the deepfakes of like Donald Trump and Joe Biden talking, Biden and Obama? Like, we seeing some
those are funny. That's different.
Right, but it's still their voice and their likeness,
I know. I don't care. I don't care about AI taking the likeness of Trump for our entertainment, but I can see. I'm not going to be hypocritical. So yes, it's bad all around. Sure. Okay, guys. I don't know. That's it. I'm awkward again. I don't know how to transition off of this.
Oh boy. Well, you guys want to talk about Kazazimoto?
Yes, James. Give us your thoughts.
Right.
So this show came out this past week, right?
It did.
Okay. I feel like the marketing for this show hasn't been that great because I had no idea it was coming out.
I think we covered it probably about a year ago.
Yeah.
Should I watch it?
You should for sure watch it.
Okay. All right.
Not even just off the strength of it's from Black creators, but it's like legitimately good. So from the first episode I've seen, at least it's an anthology, so it's just going to be a collection of different short stories. So it's like Afrofuturism, but I think it's based on like traditional stories in Africa. So the first one was called Herder Boy. So it was about a guy, he was wanted to do herding with his older sister and their partner. And they were cattle, but it was like Afrofuturistic cattle that they were herding. And then there was like an evil spirit that they had to battle. So it's like traditional stories, kind of like that, like how we have our traditional stories, like the Big Bad Wolf and all that stuff like that. So these are just African traditional stories in the animation format. And it's actually made by an African animation studio too. So they're behind the scenes, we have Black people working on things here. So that's another reason we should watch it. I wish they would have advertised it a little bit better because people probably didn't know about this at all.
I remember when they first. Oh no, sorry, James. I was gonna say I remember when they first announced it at D23 like last year or whenever it was, but then I haven't seen anything about it since. So yeah, it definitely could have been better.
Yeah, so I think this will be more so word of mouth of people just spreading the word of like, hey, this thing's good. But yeah, it's kind of like how that Star Wars one was, where it's each episode carries its sort of different animation style. So the first one looked like traditional Pixar type animation, but I seen some that look more cartoonized. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing more of these. I believe there's 10 episodes and they're short episodes. So definitely gonna check out the rest of these as I get some time to watch them this week.
I agree with you guys' take about the way it was advertised, because to be honest, the only advertisement I've seen for this, and it wasn't even highlighting the actual show, they were talking about the backlash it got about how it represented futuristic versions of Africa. I didn't read the article. I just seen a headline saying, "Oh, TV show misrepresents future versions of Africa." Like, I'm like, how are you going to misrepresent the future? Like, what are you talking about? But that's crazy that they were talking about this show and it just happens to be like, black show.
Yeah, that argument doesn't make any sense. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it too. I'm just gonna add that to the list of things, all the content I need to consume in this next week.
Yeah, Afrofuturism is like its own sort of genre, though, isn't it?
I think so.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I went to a panel on Afrofuturism at BlerdCon.
Oh, nice.
Dope.
Nice.
Did also, it look like Wakanda?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear anybody complain.
Like
like no one made that complaint when Black Panther came out, unless they did and I wasn't paying attention to it. But that's just a stupid argument to make, and I'm sure that only white people made that argument. Like
I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't get where that came from. But yes, make sure to check out this show, support Black creators. Everyone should check this out.
Yep. As far as I can tell, there's no AI involved.
Good. Hard work and humans doing the animation and the writing. Yes. And I hope that they were paid well for it.
And that it has a long lifespan, unlike the Flash here.
Oh, thank you for looking at what I literally just put this in the rundown as we were talking about this last thing because I forgot about it. Yeah, guys. So the Flash, good transition, James. The Flash, which came out on June 16th. So it's been less than a month that it's been in theaters. It is getting pulled from over 1,500 movie theaters because it is losing money at this point.
This is where we put the applause.
Oh, wait, Shannon, whatever happened to your Stream Deck?
Oh, I have not had time to. Oh, I know, guys. I have not had time to set it up because it takes a lot of.
Oh, man.
I was watching a video on it and it takes a lot of work to program it. So I was like, I actually need to like carve out a day to like sit down and do this. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it soon.
Gotcha.
But yes, so 1,500 theaters, crazy. There's been a severe drop off in people that have been seeing the movie from opening weekend. So they're bleeding money, actually. And this does not surprise me. I don't know why they didn't I don't know why they didn't foresee this possibility that like people would not see the movie, both a combination of the actual movie and the dramatics and the controversy surrounding the main actor. I
didn't foresee it doing this bad.
But I thought it was a possibility. Like people,
I never thought this was a possibility. The way they were hyping this up, it had a Super Bowl ad.
I know.
It was on play for the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, I'm very surprised, but kind of happy.
Yes, we know, because Jaja absolutely hated this movie.
Horrible.
So I'm trying to find how much money it's made so far. But I don't see. We know it made $64 million during the opening weekend. So it had $64 million during the opening weekend, and that made it one of the worst domestic openings for DC. Interesting. The film experienced massive drops in attendance. The budget for the movie was $300 million, and I don't think it's hit anywhere near there yet.
Didn't it do worse than
here?
Shazam 2 and Wonder Woman, all the flops?
Yeah. Wait, what were you about to say? James?
So I'm looking at this article here. It says the worldwide earnings for the Flash are less than 250 million. And this is an article from 3 days ago. So I'm not sure they made 50 more million within the last 3 days. If they barely got to under 250 in
I doubt
nearly
that
a month.
people are still going to the movie theaters to see The Flash. I have not heard anyone really talk about it recently, so not
I do
surprised
not
by that
imagine
at
they
all.
are.
Well then, I guess they should learn a lesson about this. They should not they should not hype up any movie again the way that this movie was hyped up. It was so overly hyped, and that was clearly a way for them to market the movie without doing any official like press, because they really couldn't because of all the controversy that was surrounding Ezra Miller.
And didn't they were saying, oh, this is gonna kick off the new DC, da 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 da.
I mean, really, it didn't though, because
I know, but I'm just saying how they advertised the movie.
Yeah.
And now they're saying, oh, the Blue Beetle is going to kick off the new DC. And then I've seen things like, oh, the Blue Beetle suit is the best superhero suit ever made. I'm like,
God, here they go again.
I don't need that for Blue Beetle because I still have hope for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should just promote their animated movies.
Yeah.
Because their animation, they have not been missing. I watched I think it was Clash of the Super Kids. Oh, well, I forgot what it's called. I didn't look it up. But basically, it was like Batman's son and Superman's son, and they were working together.
I
it was
watched
an
that.
movie.
I watched that.
Yeah. Was it Battle of the Super Sons or something like that?
Yeah. I watched. There was 2 of them that came out. I watched both of them. Those are good.
Yeah. So their animated movies are definitely kicking. And then they have the My Adventures with Superman going on right now, which is Heat. Yeah. So their animated lineup is good. So. I don't know. Marvel has some catching up to do with animation because Spider-Verse 2 is carrying Marvel animation at the moment.
I was besides the Spider-Verse, like the Marvel cartoons. I don't like the way they look. Just like DC though is another story.
Well, before we move off, sorry, James, I know you tried to transition, but while we're talking about DC, we missed this we didn't miss it last week. It was announced like after we finished recording. They cast the new live action Superman. I don't know if you guys saw.
I did see
this and Lois for Superman Legacy. Did you see it, James?
I did.
What do you guys think of the casting choices? This still looks like a classic, typical Superman. So
I'm not mad.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this actor in anything, so I don't really know like acting wise how well. But this still looks like a Henry Cavill. So I'm just wondering why they just didn't keep him in there. But whatever.
I feel like he's young, like he gives off like a very young, fresh vibe. Like he's not super like brolic and like he seems tinier a little bit than the Superman that we got. We'll see how they make him look on camera, but the face fits, I'm not mad at who they chose. I didn't see the Lois though.
Yeah. Lois Lane, I mean, I don't really care or have like high expectations for how she should be because whatever. I think really Superman is the driver here and Lois just has to be a good actor. And that's it. But we'll see. I'm not very excited about DC right now. So like I'll see Blue Beetle when it comes out and then I'll determine if I'm excited about the rest of the future of DC after that. That's where I'm at. Sorry, James. I messed up your transition.
Oh, no
now
worries.
I'm just barreling us to there. Onto better things. Onto Marvel. Just notably better than DC. And which is not saying much for either right now,
since we're talking about different universes, we might as well talk about the Spider-Verse again.
Yes, I'm very curious to see how Jaja you now feel about the Spider-Verse after watching it.
What an incredible freaking movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna like turn and say that you didn't like it anymore.
No. I like it better than the first time I saw it. Now I have to watch the second one to see because I'm trying to decide which one I like more, but I don't know. I don't know if I can do that because, geez, yeah, perfect. Best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
I don't see another one coming close.
Yeah,
this trilogy here is something serious.
Yeah, seriously. Guys. So I'm in this Disney group, right? And somebody posted this really like I don't know, this really offensive take on the movie. So I'm gonna read it just out of nowhere. So this person who I'm not gonna name, just a random person in a group, was like, I go to the movies once a year because there's no need to go any more than that. So I broke my streak and went twice in 2 weeks. I saw the new Spider-Man and the new Indiana Jones. I was bummed out by both. There is no reason why they needed to drag the Spider-Man story out like that. It got really boring at times. Just make one movie and move on to a new topic. That's what she said about Across the Spider-Verse. And I was like, what is wrong with you? I wanted to comment back and say something, but I was like, let me just shut up.
So after my first rewatch of the first one, I can see what she meant by the text, but she said it completely wrong. Like the story itself is so like the first one and the second one go together. Like there's a lot of foreshadowing in the first one that comes through in the second one, and it kind of feels like a really, really long episode of Spider-Man, but I think it fits as the different like acts of the movies. Like I kind of see it, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's great that the stories intertwine that much throughout the sequels.
The story's great. This woman was crazy.
Yeah,
that was my final take on her.
But it did. I did have that thought when I finished the first one. I was like, "Dag, this is like a really long episode of Spider-Man." Just I don't know the way the story felt. It was just like because in the second one we're getting introduced to new Spider-Man, and in the first one it was just like new Spider-Man after new Spider-Man. I don't know. But it's not a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad. She made it seem bad, but I don't know. It wasn't boring.
It wasn't boring.
It was definitely not boring.
No, it wasn't boring.
Yeah, this is just a person with an actual bad take.
Yes, that was a very, very bad hot take.
Did anybody see Indiana Jones?
No, not yet.
I
heard it was just okay though. I haven't seen any Indiana Jones movie.
So. I didn't hear any good reviews. I've heard like
any good reviews.
I've heard
None.
I've
heard mixed
to like bad.
I've heard very mixed.
I haven't heard any saying that this was great. I've heard it was average or bad.
I feel like everyone's too picky nowadays. What constitutes a good movie anymore? I have no clue.
Social media saying it's good.
I guess
just
so.
If you like it or not.
Yeah.
Rotten
sorry.
Tomatoes.
I derailed this. I derailed this conversation. Who put this article in the rundown? Whoever put it in there can talk about it.
Spider-Man 2, when we saw Donald Glover as the Prowler. Everybody had the question, is this the same Donald Glover from the MCU that was in that clip saying like, Miles, whatever. So there's the artist that put out like concept art of the character, and I think it's a Marvel comic or it's a comic book inspired artist, and they named it MCU Prowler. I'm trying to look to whether they say they're associated with Disney. But
yeah, this person contributed to Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse movie.
Right. So there's everyone saying now, this is confirmation that was the MCU Donald Glover because he named the concept art of this character that looks like the live action one that we saw in Across the Spider-Verse. So I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting. I can't wait to see what comes next out of that, since all of this has been kind of revealed. Like, when are we actually realistically gonna see live action Miles Morales in the MCU is what I'm looking forward to the most. They haven't actually said anything about it. They don't need to rush it because it needs to be done well. Yeah. But
like in the first one, the relationship between Miles and his uncle is mad interesting. Like, it just seems like they make Miles look like kind of like a hoodlum. Like in the first one, like his trajectory wasn't to be like this superhero. And then it's funny that in the second one, they're like, the spider that was supposed to bite this Miles is like a studious version. It's interesting, the way the foreshadowing, like it that's what the stories like link so much.
Yeah.
It's hard not to think about the other one when you're watching one.
Yeah. Did you guys know, we never talked about this, but did you guys know that the Lego scene in Across the Spider-Verse was animated by a 14-year-old?
I saw that.
Black boy too. That's really impressive. Yes. It's very, very, very impressive.
And I hope they paid him his worth.
I hope they paid him too. I really hope they did. I really hope so. But that's really cool. And that's like something amazing at 14 that you can put under your belt and say that you did. Like, I'm sure he'll be he'll have no problem getting a job. If he wants to be an animator, I'm sure he'll be doing that with no problems at all. Silence, crickets, as I'm waiting for someone to transition us to the next topic because I can't. I'm gonna cut this part out.
I was really trying to think of one. But
how do you transition?
I was about to say, how do you transition from a young Black amazing artist to Deadpool 3?
I know you can't really. Anyway,
I hope they don't kill his artwork like this guy.
We tried. It's fine. Anyway, we've heard a lot of things about Deadpool 3. First big news from Deadpool 3 was that Hugh Jackman was reprising his role as Wolverine. We learned that a few months ago. And now we're also learning that Jennifer Garner is going to return as Elektra for Deadpool 3. This movie is sounding more and more interesting the more news that comes out about it. There's not a lot of details as to like what that entails. So I'm really trying to guess what like this movie is going to be about. And I hope that like with all the stuff that we're learning, I hope that it is actually good. But it's going to be interesting for sure. Lots of blasts from the past. It seems that we're going to be getting.
Ready for a hot take?
No. What is it? You're not excited about this?
I am tired of the Deadpool 3 cameo leaks.
There's only been 2 though, hasn't? Wait,
no,
what else? What else is leaked?
They said Channing Tatum's gonna be Gambit in the movie. They said, what's his name is coming back as the original Daredevil.
Oh right, Ben Affleck. Oh yes, I heard that. Yeah.
He's gonna go back and kill himself and
oh god,
his version of
you know what? Origins. They should have kept all of this under wraps. They should have kept it
all under wraps.
It would have been exciting to see for the first time in theaters.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe that means that
everybody,
maybe that means that there are going to be bigger cameos that they're just trying to divert from.
It could,
or it could just be a flop, disappointing because we already know. We'll see.
Like they feel like when is this movie supposed to come out? May 3rd,
2024. So
isn't the Marvels coming out before that? Like, why are they just jumping to Deadpool 3? I feel like we're getting more.
The Marvels comes out in November.
Yeah, that's before Deadpool 3, right?
Uh-huh.
So we should be promoting the Marvels right now, I feel like. But I see a lot of Deadpool 3 promotion and leaks, and it's like...
Well, because, I mean, you have to build... I mean, we've heard plenty about the Marvels, though, I feel.
I feel like Deadpool 3 is not... Like, Hugh Jackman being in that movie is enough promotion.
Yeah, that should have been the only promotion that they did. They should have kept everything else under wraps. Everything else. They're, like, overdoing it right now.
Right.
Because now, no, like, that's all the excitement. Like, don't suck all the excitement out the movie. Just let people go and see it. It doesn't need like, I feel like it doesn't need promotion. Like, people know what Deadpool is. They're gonna go see it when it comes out. Just
before Hugh Jackman was announced, people were hyped for Deadpool.
Yeah,
like coming to the MCU.
Just show us a minimal trailer that doesn't give away too much, and then people will be excited. That's all. But, you know,
this is the third entry in the series, so I'm not sure if you're trying to bring in new people that's like, I've never seen Deadpool 1 or 2, because like this is a trilogy at this point. So why try to bring people that wanted to see it were already going to see it?
Did you guys like Deadpool 2? I've only seen it once, actually, so I don't even remember what happened.
You sound like me.
I know. There's just some movies that I just don't want to see again. That was one of them. The first Deadpool I really liked, but I think I was meh on the second one. I don't know.
I don't think I've seen Deadpool 1 or 2.
What? You haven't? What? Jaja?
I don't think so. Not in its entirety.
Check them out.
Yeah, no, it's on the list.
How have you
I feel
not
like
seen...
I've seen parts of both of them, but not the whole thing from start to finish.
How have you not seen Deadpool?
Because I'm a loser now. I just haven't seen it.
Okay.
I haven't. I did. I haven't seen it. I'm admitted. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Well, you have to
give it a viewing.
I plan on doing a binge, so
okay.
Jeez, a lot of stuff on the list.
please fix that, because the first one was really good. The second one was good too, but I just didn't like it as much as the first one. All right, guys. Third weekend. We're 3 weeks into Secret Invasion. And we have 3 more weeks to go. It feels very odd that this show is about to wrap up in 3 episodes, but here we are. What did you guys think of the 3rd episode?
Still heat.
I agree.
This is shaping up to be the best phase. Are we still in phase 4?
No,
Phase
I
4
think
show?
we're in phase 5 now.
Oh well, this is a good show. I like the show a lot.
I forgot what the last thing was in phase 4.
So I got a question.
Yes.
Did you guys see Fury's wife? He was talking to somebody on the phone at the end of the episode. Do we have any
Gravik
assumptions on who that may be? It wasn't Gravik. She asked to speak to Gravik.
Oh,
She was like, "You talking to me?"
Actually, I didn't even give any thought to who it might have been. I just thought it was like one of his henchmen.
Neither did I, but then the internet did. So they let me know whose voice it was, and I agree with them on the voice, but I didn't agree with them on the assumption that came after that. James, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, not at all.
Whose voice is
So it's Rhodey's voice.
It's Rhodey's voice?
Rhodey calls her, and
get out of here. I gotta go back and watch it.
Listen to it. It's Rhodey's voice.
All right, I'm gonna watch that.
I'm not disputing the fact that it's Rhodey's voice. What I'm disputing is everybody took that conversation as, oh my God, Rhodey's a Skrull. He was talking to her on the phone. He's a Skrull.
Oh, that means I was right.
He's working with both of them. He's a Skrull. Hold your horses a little bit. How does a phone conversation confirm that he's a Skrull? He's already admitted to knowing of the Skrull's existence for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, okay, I'm not fully convinced Rhodey's a Skrull. I was on the Rhodey's not a Skrull train until like a day or two ago. I forgot which video I watched. It was,
and now you're on my train, which I believe that Rhodey's a Skrull.
But the reasoning why is because that conversation he had with Fury and they were sitting at the table. I thought that the way he was talking about Black people, their struggle and stuff, it made me feel like it was the real Rhodey. But now that I think about it, he might have been just patronizing, because if you listen to that conversation, he calls Fury Nick in that conversation. And we all know the running thing is when you call, like, no one calls him nothing but Fury. So the fact that he called Fury Nick in that conversation and that hasn't been addressed yet, that's my confirmation of him being a Skrull. And I'm mad that I missed that the first time I watched that thing.
Listen,
but him on the phone with homegirl, I guess that's more evidence, but that's not really evidence to me. Like, I don't care.
Now I need to watch it again just to see if I think that it's Rhodey. But again, I'm the one that told you. See, I told you guys.
And watch it. I think it's the second episode or first episode. He clearly calls Fury Nick.
All right.
He says something Nick.
All right. So I gotta go back now.
Just kept going.
Yeah. Yep. But also, just really quick, so we also learned, like, right off the bat in this episode that Fury did know that his wife was a Skrull the whole time. I forgot who said that which one of you guys said that he knows? I don't forgot what I said, so I don't know. You said it, Jaja. Okay. Wait, James, did you say that too, or did you say that he didn't know?
I think I eventually decided that he knew, because when he took his ring off and put it back on, he was like, oh, maybe he doesn't want people to know that he's married at all, first and foremost, but married to a Skrull. So
yeah.
I'm like, you got to go back in that episode too. The Skrull that introduces Gravik looks like homegirl at the end.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably easier to swallow than it being Rhodey on the phone. So I gotta listen to that again and see. This episode was really good though. Really sad that Emilia Clarke is dead. R.I.P. I thought she was gonna at least be a main character for the whole show. Is she dead? I'm pretty sure she's dead. She reverted back into her Skrull form and looked like she was dead. Well,
apparently there's trailer footage that we haven't seen yet of her, so they're saying that she's not dead.
That could be a diversion. Stuff. Or a diversion. We've seen fake stuff. We've seen fake things in trailers before just to throw people off, especially for Marvel.
True. Touche.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she is probably dead. I don't know. We'll see though.
I don't want her to.
I don't doubt Gravik can get the job done.
Yeah.
I think it was too early for her to get clipped.
That's what I thought. I thought it was too early for her to die too. But if people already think that Maria Hill is not dead, I feel like Maria Hill and Amelia, wait, what's her name in the show?
Emilia Clarke. In the show she's Gaia.
They both can't be dead. So it has to be like one or the other or none of them. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Because that's just too much.
Also, there's another running theory. I don't know if y'all want to jump into theories.
I'd just be interested to hear it. I know that James doesn't really like theories. I like them because they're fun.
Someone has a theory. I think it might be our boy. Um, what's his name? EA Boss, and he says there's two Furies walking around. One with glasses, one without glasses, and the one without glasses is possibly the Skrull. And the Skrull he's theorizing that it's Soren, Talos's wife. That's why some of the conversations and the interactions seem kind of intimate. Like when when he first sees Talos after a while, he like rubs into his forehead a lot, and then in the conversation in the car was kind of like a little bit like I don't know.
Interesting.
But it's an interesting theory. I don't know if I stand by it right now, but I think it is very interesting.
I mean, I feel like that's the point of this show where like you don't know who's a Skrull is just for everybody to be a Skrull and for things just to be like outlandish. Yeah, I feel like that is what's gonna make the show like what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, this show's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, this Marvel should just keep up the momentum after this because this is definitely one of the best shows that they have out right now.
Definitely gonna go back and watch Captain Marvel sometime before this season's over. Because
are you gonna go back and watch everything too?
Yeah, I might jump around because I want to tweak my tier list. So I think it's not fair to tweak it without rewatching the movie.
Oh yeah, no, 100% not. And I feel like you definitely need to watch. You need to rewatch Ragnarok too because I
will.
Like I feel like
promise you I will.
Have you only seen it one time? I feel like if you see it again, you'll like it more. Oh, you're definitely gonna like it more upon your rewatch. It's gonna move way up there because it's so good.
I'll let you know.
Okay, James, what about you? Are you gonna do?
The ones I completely don't remember watching, I think I'll rewatch those to give them an actual fair assignment.
You don't remember any of them?
I highly doubt. Yeah, I highly doubt I'm watching everything.
But it's so fun. I rewatch, like, it's so cool. You don't remember a majority of the movies, James. You have to watch everything.
I don't remember what I watched yesterday. I'm not going to lie to you.
I feel like the amount of content. I think he said he don't remember what he had watched yesterday. Yeah. But with the amount of content that comes out, it's hard to rewatch stuff. Like there's a bunch of stuff that I wish I had time to rewatch, but it's like, do I rewatch or watch something brand new that I need to be or should one or two whatever watch?
I guess. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like your guys' opinions can't be valid until you have fresh memories of these movies. Just saying.
You can come back. We can revisit.
All right. I'm gonna keep bugging you guys about this forever until it happens.
Listen, you need to post your list. And let's see all the comments about your list.
I'm gonna post it today. I was posting one a day.
I'm gonna get the burner account. Start trolling you.
I'm gonna know it's you. I'm gonna absolutely know it's you. Do we have anything else that we want to touch on before we wrap up? We are way over time for this episode. So do you guys have anything else? There's some stuff that was in the run that we didn't talk to. Okay, great. Well then, everyone. It was a pleasure to thank you for joining us again for another episode of the podcast. I don't know where I was going with that statement. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Blerdsnerds. Actually, scratch Twitter because we don't even use it. So don't even follow us on there ever.
We're on Threads now. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God. I mean, we should be, but I'm not managing the account. Who's good at tweeting? James, are you on Twitter often? You should.
I troll way too much to tweet.
Okay. Really? You seem like you. But you use
Twitter's not my jam.
Yeah, I just be watching everything, laughing at memes. I don't usually tweet stuff.
I need one of you guys to take control of the Threads account.
I wish I was a Twitter person, but I've never really gotten into Twitter.
James, I feel like you should do it. I feel like you'd be good at it. We definitely need
I'll give it a shot.
All right. I feel like we could definitely pick up our following on Threads. We'll talk about it. But yes, you in the meantime, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerdsnerds, follow us on TikTok, Blerdsnerds _pod. Send us an email if you want us to talk about your MCU tier lists on the podcast. Make sure you do one and send it to our email address. Also, make sure that you check us out on YouTube and rate, review, and subscribe to us on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.